Welcome friends to my kitchen. Bem-vindos à minha cozinha. What am I cooking today? Today I'm making carne jardineira. It's like the beef stew, but you add so many more vegetables. It's more based on vegetables than anything else. So anyway, I have a variety of different things in here. I will leave the recipe in the description. We all have our own ways of making these old favorite recipes. I have some beef stew meat that I cut it into smaller pieces. I have some beef stock, bell peppers, malagueta, potatoes, celery, carrots, onion and garlic. Then I have a mix of mixed vegetables, frozen, some thyme, tomato paste. I have some mushrooms in the freezer I'm going to add to, salt, pepper, and lime. And that's what we're going to do today. Beef stew jardinero. So I'm going to start by seasoning my meat, and I'm going to sear all my meat first. I believe in searing your meat first because it seals all the juices inside, and it makes a tender meat instead of a dry meat. So I put some salt and pepper, and we're just going to mix all this, and I'm gonna sear this in batches, and we'll go from there. This is an easy meal, especially now in the winter time. You can do this in your crock pot. I was gonna do it in a crock pot, but then I get busy and it would be too late now to do in the crock pot. So I'm gonna move to the back counter to the stove, and we're gonna sear this meat. Okay, to my pot, I'm gonna add some bacon fat. If you don't have bacon fat, use olive oil, whatever you have. And we're gonna start by searing all my meat. I love recipes like this because it's everything in one pot. And again, you can do this in your crock pot, and in no time you come home and you have a meal. All you gotta do is dish to your plate and serve with some French bread. So anyway, I'm gonna get my pot hot, and then we'll go from there. You don't want to put too much in the pot. You want that meat kind of spread out because you don't want to steam. If you put too much, you're going to steam the meat. You're not going to brown the meat. If you have all your vegetables cut up, this is what takes longer. The rest will go faster. Okay, friends, I've seared all my meat. I'm going to put a little bit more, whatever's left in there. I'm going to put my onion, garlic, and celery in here. Okay. I'm going to put some of the mushrooms, not all of it. When I have extra mushrooms, and if I don't use them, I freeze them before they go bad. So that way I have it when I need it. Because not all the time I have time to go to the grocery store. Okay, I'm going to just saute this for a little bit. I'm going to use my tomato paste. I freeze my tomato paste, and don't take it until you need it. I always do this. And then when I go use it, I go, why did I took it so early? But I just don't want to forget. So that's why I take it out. I need some malagueta and some bell pepper sauce. I'm going to put a little bit of malagueta, and then a little bit more of the pepper sauce. Maybe 2 teaspoons. Okay. heat up. Have 1 cup of red wine. You can use red, you can use white. I'm using red. Then I have a box of beef stock. This box wasn't full. This is 32 ounces. I'm going to fill up a little bit more. I put maybe 1 cup of water. Okay. And I'm going to put all the meat in here. And we're going to cover this and let this meat cook over here till almost tender. And then we'll go for the next. Okay, friends, my meat is not fully cooked, but it's almost cooked. Okay, I'm gonna add the potatoes. And I'm gonna add all my vegetables. This is 2 pounds of vegetables. And you want plenty of vegetables. That's why it's called JARDINEIRO, because it needs a lot of vegetables. And there has corn, carrots, peas, different beans. So we're gonna mix all this, and then I have 2 tablespoons of fresh thyme. I'm gonna put this into, and I'm gonna get a little bit more liquid. I'm just gonna add a little bit of water to add to this. Maybe a 1/2 cup of water. Okay, I need some parsley. I'm gonna taste for salt to see if it needs any salt. It needs some salt, especially now with those potatoes. Okay, 1 teaspoon. I'm gonna put a little bit of black pepper. And you want some sauce with this, so you want some liquid. So you have something to soak up your bread. Okay, I'm gonna top this, and I'm gonna chop some parsley so I can put it on top. It's coming to a simmer. I'm gonna put my parsley, and then I'm gonna let this sit here for another maybe 10 minutes till all those vegetables are cooked. Oh, you should smell this. So good. This is my beef stew JARDINEIRO. Look how delicious this looks. Okay, friends, my beef stew JARDINEIRO is done. Oh, look at this. Smells so good. Here it is, my beef stew JARDINEIRO. Look how beautiful this looks. Delicious. This with some French bread, it will make a delicious meal. I hope you give it a try. This recipe, especially for this time of the year that is so cold, this is the kind of foods we want. I'm gonna share this with my son and my in-laws, and then rest for my husband. So you give it a try to this recipe, and I leave the recipe in the description, Portuguese and in English, so you can do it. Eu estou fazendo carne guisada jardineira. Eu tenho aqui carne guisada que eu pus com bastante vegetais, os vegetais estão bem frisados e com batata. É uma receita muito simples e muito boa, especialmente durante o inverno, os dias de frio. So, vocês que fazem e experimentem esta receita, vão gostar. Eu vou deixar a receita na descrição, só vocês podem fazer. A receita está em inglês e em português. Até à próxima. Tenham um bom dia. Until next time. Have a good day. Let's get cooking.